Fantasy Golf Gods podcast. We are your host. I'm Rusty Miller. And this is Matt Jacobs. What's going on, man?
Not much. What's up?
Ready for another podcast?
I am.
It's been a while.
It has been.
Been taking some time off.
Yep.
One big tournament right now in the middle of the year, and then we'll be back in 2 or 3 weeks, a month.
Yeah, we're
for
coming
the
back for the
Tournament of Champions in Kapalua, and then we'll be back full time. So if all of you guys are wondering what happened to us, we're just taking some time off during the swing season, and we'll be back. But we had to come back
because
he's back.
my boy's back,
Your boy.
and he's gonna win.
He's gonna win.
I think so.
I
don't know.
I don't think so. But we'll keep that for later.
If you don't know who we're talking about, Justin Thomas is back.
Yes. Or
No.
Or Jordan Spieth, because he hasn't played all year either.
I can't remember. He hasn't played for a long time.
Yeah, some old guy.
He's old.
Tiger Woods,
He's back, baby.
the big cat, is back.
I'm excited.
So we do have the Hero World Challenge.
Yep.
It is in the Bahamas. It is Tiger's tournament. He did come back for it last year.
Yep. A little deja vu.
Yep. Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So, very limited field. We'll get into the field in a minute. First off, it is held in the Bahamas on an island that him and basically Ernie Els built a resort on. And Ernie designed the course. It's called Albany and New Providence.
Yes. Correct.
Tell me about the course.
It's a beautiful course.
Yeah.
Beautiful course. I think there's 10 par 3s and par 5s combined.
Yeah, 5 of each.
5 of each.
Par 72.
Par 72. Some of the par 5s are going to be easily reachable. Some of them are in that 600 mark, which these guys all in the field can hit the ball well. According to Donald Trump, Tiger Woods can hit it pretty good too. So I don't think we're going to see a lot of guys laying up unless they're in trouble off the tee on those. So that's going to be good. Going to make for some exciting golf. A lot of birdies, a lot of bogeys. Risk reward. I've got all the holes here.
It's the third year it's been on this course. First year, Bubba won at minus 23, 25, something like that. And then last year, Hideki won at 18 under.
Oh, it's a birdie fest.
So, of course it is.
So, like 572, 595, 603, 589, 548. So,
all between 550 and 600.
So very, very easy.
But the unique thing is there is 5 par 5s and 5 par 3s, which I think is a little more exciting than 2 of each or,
Yeah, it's
per side, or even 2 par 5s the entire round. So I like that. And it sets up for scoring. It sets up for better golf, in my opinion. But,
sure. And it's better viewer, too. I think viewers like to see that a little bit more. And I know, like, when I play, I'd rather go play a nice long par 5 than go hit into a 400-yard par 4. They get a little boring. So.
Yeah. The unique thing is the tournament size is 18 people.
18 whole people.
And last year, Justin Rose withdrew, so there ended up only being 17 people. So it's a tiny field, obviously no cut, which makes it really unique when you're talking about DraftKings because you're taking a third of the field.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of chalk.
I mean,
we're at Chalk City, destination Chalk City.
Yeah.
And the capital of chalk.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I don't know how you differentiate your lineup. I mean, we can talk about it.
Yeah, I've got some ideas. I mean, they might be stupid, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah. The awesome thing, I think, is DraftKings made it very easy to even stack the top 2 guys, the top 3 out of top 4.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
You can do a lot at the top. I mean, I feel like you have more flexibility in this field for the top than you did in some of the, bigger tournaments with full fields, just because you could only take one of the top tier guys, one of the top 4 guys, and fill out a roster. So with it being all the way down to $6,200 and $6,300 for a couple people, you can go really pretty high. and then the mid ones are in the 7,000s. So,
So
you
yeah,
just
so
want to dig in.
just playing here while you were talking, I took Jordan Spieth, Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, and then I went to the low side with Hoffman, Noren, and Chappell. So you can stack Spieth, Johnson, and Fowler. So it's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of different lineups.
I don't think so.
I think there's going to be a lot of people trying to stack 2 or 3 of the top guys and pick the middle and bottom 2 that are going to play well.
Yeah.
I've got a different theory I'm going to try on one lineup, and I will tell you right now, I'm not doing my normal bets that I do
I'm not either.
just because of the field size. This is going to be more of a fun week and watch Tiger Woods win a tournament.
Well, you might have to keep watching because I don't think he's going to win this one. But, yeah, I think it's more, hey, here's the middle of December or November, and there's a golf tournament that you're excited about.
Yeah,
So let's throw some money on it and have some fun. But with this field and the size of it, there's just no way to bet like you normally bet, I think. So I'm gonna.
It's going to be hard.
I'll do a couple double ups. I'm gonna get into some with my buddies and
Yeah.
watch them all take Tiger Woods, and then I'm gonna win when he withdraws after Saturday.
That's possible.
So,
I mean,
Um,
I know what he did here last year.
Finished almost last.
Yeah, but he
me
had
too.
the most birdies in the field.
Ooh. So it'll be fun. We can jump right in. Let's just take the top 3 is over 10,000. So you have JT at 11.1. You have DJ at 10.7, and you have Spieth at 10.5. What do you think?
I mean, they're priced right.
Yeah.
I mean, Spieth played at the Euro tournament, right? I didn't watch any of that.
The Australian.
Australian tournament,
yeah.
sorry. How did he do?
Top 10.
Top 10, nothing special.
No, he was, I think, -3 going in the last round, and leader was at like 8. So he was a couple off the lead. Made a few birdies. I watched, it was Saturday night here, so I watched a bit of it before I fell asleep. So he made a couple birdies. I don't actually know how he finished, but he played all right there. JT, I don't know the last time he played.
Yeah, what did he play? He played over at the CJ. Did he win the CJ Cup? That was his last tournament?
No, he played right after that, didn't he?
I don't know. I can't remember, honestly.
Game log.
No, CJ.
Yeah, so he
She won.
yeah, and he played the CIMB before that.
So that's the 2 tournaments he's played
Yeah.
this year. Obviously he's played pretty well. It's Justin Thomas. He can play good at any time. It's not like he's going to have 5 or 6 tournaments coming into this to be worn.
Yeah, and I mean, he goes to the Bahamas and plays a lot, so he's probably played this course quite a bit. So then I guess we go to DJ. Played in China, the HSBC. Gagged away the lead on that Sunday.
Yeah, that was a meltdown, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, and then you got Spieth, who last we saw was this weekend in Australia. So he's coming from Australia to the Bahamas. I don't know how much that travel affects these guys at this point.
I think these guys right now are
Rested.
and so used to. In my mind, especially those 3 guys and probably Fowler, they're playing right now. That's all they're doing. They're not working. They're playing. They're going out and doing whatever. So, to me, this tournament to them is just
Charity.
Yeah, it's more of a charity event where they're
Get
just going to
around
go
with
down
their
there, have
buddies.
fun with their buddies. They all
Try to win the $1 million
yeah,
purse.
they win. They win. They don't. They don't. They still get to spend a week in Bahamas
Yeah.
having fun with everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a lot of pressure on any of these 3 guys, which, you can look at it in 2 different ways. Some people need that pressure to do good, otherwise they just don't have the concentration going in. And I could see someone like Spieth having that. I think Spieth needs that pressure. Why he does so good in majors or when he's coming from behind like he did in wherever we were overseas, the British Open.
Mm.
Somebody like Dustin Johnson, though, I think has the mentality and the attitude where he's just going to go play, and he doesn't care.
I don't think he cares in majors
No,
alone
so-
in this event.
He's just going to go play, and that's where I could see him doing well. So if I were to select one of the top 3 to be in my lineups, I would probably take Dustin Johnson.
So, it's a longer course, but
Yeah.
it's not a bomber's paradise because it's, from all accounts, a pretty wide fairways. The greens are fairly easy, so you think Jordan can get there and putt, or DJ can get there and stick it tight with a wedge. So, and JT can do both.
Yeah.
So, I guess it all depends on how you're going to construct your lineup and
Yeah.
how many of these guys you want to take. If you want to try to do stars and scrubs and take 3 of the top 4 and then the 3 of the bottom 4 and call it a day. If you want to kind of, so let's play a guessing game.
Okay.
Out of these 3, who's going to be the most owned? Because I think it's DJ.
I don't know. Jordan Spieth at 10-5. I would have to. It's not going to be Thomas.
I think Thomas will be the least owned.
Yeah.
And
I have to go Spieth at 10-5. You're saving $200 over Dustin. You know, we don't really have any this year stats on Spieth
either of them, yeah.
or Dustin, so that doesn't matter. But I think people are going to look at the name Jordan Spieth because I think you can get a lot of people on here
He's
that
world
don't
number
do.
one. Dustin Johnson.
Yeah, and that's all and good, but they're going to look at Jordan Spieth's name like Jordan Spieth's cheaper than Dustin Johnson. That saves you $200 to try to stack it with somebody else. So I think Spieth will be the higher owned of those 3.
All right, so we'll kind of get back into how we're going to roster our lineups and maybe, because I'm not 100% sure yet, I don't think. Because it all also depends. We talked about how many lineups and how we're going to bet.
Yeah.
So if I only have a couple lineups, how am I going to differentiate it and how am I going to, go on that?
Yeah.
Because normally I get 2 or 3 lineups in it, 6 guys, or maybe have 10 out of the 2 lineups out of 150, and you're pretty set on those. Well, you get 10 of 18. So it'll be interesting how that goes. So from there, go down to the next tier. Let's go to the next 4 golfers,
Okay.
which is Ricky at 9.6, Brooks at 9.2, Justin Rose at 8.6, and then Hideki at 8.2. So that's 8,000 and 10,000. I think Ricky will be popular. Ricky's popular everywhere, and you can fit him in a lineup pretty easily. Last we saw him in Mexico, he also gagged away a lead in the last round. But I mean, he showed up to Cancun and played well. What makes you think he isn't going to play well in the Bahamas, right?
Yeah,
the fields are a little different between Cancun and at the Mayakoba and this one. I mean,
well, I guarantee you this. He's
quality
going to
of the-
finish 18th or better. So
top 20 finish guaranteed.
yeah, I guarantee everyone here will have a top 20.
Yeah. So that's funny. Brooks played in the HSBC in China, just won in Japan, running away with that tournament a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
I saw. So he's got some form. Justin Rose has been playing really well overseas in the Euro tournament in the race to Dubai. By the way, Justin Rose lives on this island, has a house here, so it's his
so
home
he's
course.
got a little course knowledge.
Yeah, and then Hideki, who won it last year. So your defending champion is what, 8 deep in a halfway through the field, and
8,200.
and at 8,200. So,
But Hideki hasn't done anything for the last 6 months.
not really. Yeah.
Nothing worth noting to me.
So I think Justin Rose is a must play this week at that price. The way he's been playing and his course history, the fact that he lives here. Last year he withdrew, and he was at +2, so he wasn't playing very well last year when he withdrew. But kind of throw that out because he could have been hurt the whole week and just tried to show up. So out of Ricky's going to be the most popular out of this group.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Ricky may be the most popular player this week, other than Tiger.
Probably.
Because Tiger's going to have 50% owned. 50% believe in him, and half are hell bent on him winning, and the other 50% think that he's going to withdraw. So, Ricky's going to be really owned, I think.
Yeah, I have a feeling Koepka might go under the radar a little
I
bit.
do too. I think if you started a lineup with JT and Brooks, you would have a contrarian right off the top. But
Yeah, those are going to be your least 2 owned in those I think, in those two. Unless you go with Matsuyama,
Yeah, I mean,
because he hasn't done
and you
anything.
could throw him in there too.
Yeah,
So, yeah, it's interesting how all this is gonna go.
and
So,
just like that, we're halfway through the field.
yeah, are you still with us? Yeah. All right. So then, the biggest chunk is usually the 7,000s when we only have 4 guys this time, 5 guys.
Yeah,
So Stinson, defending runner-up.
yeah.
Patrick Reed, Daniel Berger, Kisner, and Kuchar. So Kuch finished tied for 3rd last year, and so
Have you heard anything on Stinson's ribs?
Mm-mm.
Because I know I'm reading here he had to, he missed the final 2 events of the European Tour's Race to Dubai after suffering a rib injury. I haven't heard anything from him or about him, but
that makes it an easy fade to me.
oh yeah, I had no intentions of taking him at this
Yeah, I
point.
mean he
but
finished 2nd last year, but tell me his form last year wasn't better than his form this year. So I mean he was in better golf form coming in last year to finish 2nd, and then this year he's got a rib injury on top of it.
yeah,
It makes it an easy auto fade to me. So
especially at the
especially
top of the 7,000 mark.
yeah, and when you're looking at reasons not to play somebody in this small of a field, it only takes a
One little bit. Yeah.
a one. So then you have Patrick Reed and Daniel Berger and Kisner. I think those 3 golfers right there are going to be the 3 of the lowest owned guys in this field.
I think a lot of people are still upset with Patrick Reed and the misery that he's caused them. Me being one of them.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I like him as a person. I don't know that.
I don't know him as a person.
I mean, just from what I
yeah,
hear,
yeah,
you know, we go way back.
yeah. All the way to Twitter.
Yeah, all the way to Twitter and Faraday.
Oh
When
yeah,
I watch him on Faraday.
yeah.
But no, I mean, I think he's going to be very low owned. I think he's going to be, even at 7,500, he's going to be overlooked.
I think this $7,000 area is going to get overlooked a lot anyway.
Yeah, because
and then these are going to be 3 of the lesser names in the field. So, I mean, I think they're going to be really overlooked. But as much as anybody can be overlooked, it's still going to be 20%.
yeah, at least.
So, it's crazy. And then Cooch, I mean, Mr. Top 10, so he only has to finish halfway through the
Yeah,
field.
only has to beat 8 players.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Cooch in this field. I like his price,
I do like his price.
7,000.
And it is a longer golf course, but he played here well last year, so not really worried about him. I mean, for a shorter hitter, he holds his own. Kisner's a shorter hitter, but he's, I don't know, been playing fairly well this year. I mean, he's better than he has been. So,
He's got a top 10 this year, so that's good.
so I don't know what to do with this middle range.
I think this middle range is going to be very difficult for people to look into and select 1 or 2 guys out of this. I think a lot of people are going to try to stack your top 3 or 4 guys
And then go to the bottom.
and then either go to the bottom or take 2 top guys, you know, and something in the Fowler, Koepka, Rose line, and then go down to the bottom with Hoffman, Chappell,
Yeah.
try to throw a Tiger in there.
You could probably get 4 out of above this group, and then 2 below this group, and ignore this group completely.
Yeah, I think that's what you'll see. I mean, I won't lie to you. I may take a lineup starting with Matsuyama and going down 6 because no one's going to do it.
Well, I did that earlier with if you take out the top 3. So you start at Ricky, you can go to the next 5 golfers and then get somebody in the bottom.
Yeah.
And so you fade the top 3, but then you have the next 5 top salaries. It's crazy how to figure this one out. So then in the bottom, let's go to the 6,000. You have Tommy Fleetwood, who just won the Race to Dubai. You have Molinari. You have Tiger Woods.
My man.
You have Kevin Chappell, Alex Noren, and Charlie Hoffman. How do you think Charlie Hoffman feels coming in priced $300 cheaper than Tiger Woods, and Tiger hasn't played in a year?
I mean,
and Charlie's been playing well.
I mean, you can't look at it and like it, but at the end of the day, it's Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
So out of this group, who do you like? I like Fleetwood. He's been playing well overseas. He's been playing. I like Norn, who's been playing. I would stay away from Chappell and Hoffman in this group. Molinari is really short, so I don't know that I want him.
There's only one player I would select in this entire group.
And who's that? Fleetwood?
No, Tiger Woods.
And then I don't know what I'm doing with Tiger Woods. Like I said, I was planning on completely fading him.
Yeah.
And then, because I thought he would be in the middle of the field. I thought he would honestly be at $8,000.
I figured 7.5 or better.
Yeah, and now he's that low that you may not be able to ignore him.
So here's the thing with Tiger, and I will be the biggest Tiger fan there is. I love Tiger. I just like him. I mean, I think he's great for golf. Sure, he's messed up in life, but it's Tiger Woods. If there's anybody that can come back from anything and make me money in DraftKings, it's Tiger Woods. He led the field in birdies last year. He played like crap on every other hole he didn't birdie. But you can't help it. You can't help but look into, and as a Tiger fan, hope that what all is being said about him on the Twittersphere and the golf world is true. And if it is, that's really good for golf, and it's really good for taking Tiger in this.
Different.
We've watched his swing. We've talked a lot about him. I think at $6,500, he is one of the smartest plays in this field, because you can take so many other players above him that even if he finished last in the field but does anything like he did last year,
as long as he doesn't withdraw.
As long as he doesn't WD, we're fine. So
if you hit your rest.
Yeah, if you hit, if you take Spieth and Dustin and Fowler and then go down to maybe a Rose and a Kisner or something and take Woods, and Woods shoots a 4 over but has 18 birdies, I mean, he's gonna push you up into the top, as long as your other guys do something. That's what I like about Tiger as a DraftKings player. If what they're saying is true, and he actually comes out and plays to his ability that he's been playing to with the guys he's been playing, I mean.
So, let's just address a couple things. So last year, he had the chipping yips.
Yes, he had no feel around the green.
So none. He had full-blown yips. So, yeah, it's easier to go out with your buddies and play.
Sure.
Without the pressure. It'll be interesting to see how he chips. I'm just more of a wait and see. It'd be easy to leave him off here, and I was planning on it, and say, we'll wait and see what happens, and then the next tournament maybe I'll play him, right? Kind of like what we did with Rory all summer long, right? I don't know what's going on. I'll just wait, and if he burns me 1 week, I'll be okay with it. And then he never did. So that was the kind of the road I was going to take with Tiger, but when he's that low, he doesn't have to produce much to outdo his value. So,
I mean, he shot a 65 in round 2 last year.
Apparently, his practice round today, he shot a 4 under on the front.
I mean, he backed it up with 70 with 76 on Saturday, Sunday.
76, yikes.
Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know.
And that's the other thing. He's been playing in the news the last few days. Can he handle 4 straight days of tournament golf? Has he done it? I mean, he's in the gym. His arms are huge, but his legs are still tiny.
Yeah, but that's.
I mean, can he walk?
He can walk right now, but we'll see if he can. I mean, I do know that he did a couple of his practice rounds. He did take carts, so I don't know if that's an indication of his stamina right now or what. But last year he had 24 birdies. So what's that? That's 3 point. What's 3 times 24?
It's almost 75. So, I mean, 75 would be 72.
Okay, so 72 positive points. He had 6 double bogeys.
So that's -1 each.
Okay, so that's 64, 64-ish, and then 8 bogeys.
It's a half, so divide that in half.
So 4 points.
Yeah, so he's in 58 points.
So, yeah, at least, and that's not counting any of the pars.
Yeah.
Okay, so at 6,500, he's going to score you 75 points. That's what he did last year, and he played horrible.
Yeah.
So at 6,500,
Are you trying to talk me into him?
no, I'm just telling you that why he's the best.
Oh, he's the best.
It was my goal going into this podcast, because I knew you weren't going to like him, is to get you to put him in every lineup.
I'm not going to put him in every lineup.
You're going to by the time I'm done.
No. And the only reason, I think it would be horrible to do it. I think he's so polarizing that he's going to be very owned. And the risk, but again, he only has to outcompete 3 guys to be worth his salary.
Yeah, but
It's insane that he's that low. That's
okay.
the biggest shock of all of this.
I think
is
I
that
know
he's
this answer.
6,500.
Who has a better chance of winning, Charlie Hoffman or Tiger Woods?
Realistically, Hoffman. In our hearts, Tiger Woods.
I mean, realistically, I think Tiger Woods has a better chance to win it.
He hasn't played in.
It's Tiger Woods.
Jack Nicklaus is Jack Nicklaus, and he ain't coming out and winning.
Yeah, but he didn't shoot -4 on the front nine of his practice round.
You don't know. You weren't there.
I wasn't. Sure, I get that. But I don't think that you can honestly say, I personally don't think you can honestly say Charlie Hoffman has a better chance to go out and beat these guys in an 18-man field with no pressure. Because, I mean, do you really think any of these guys are going to feel pressure? The only person that's going to feel pressure is Tiger Woods. So I think, I mean, just looking at what the field has to offer and what he did last year, he supposedly... And like I said, all this is if you buy into and feel like what is going on in the news and media is true. And if it is true, and he can swing pain-free, and he started this time with hitting putts and then hitting stuff around the green.
So for what it's worth,
Tell me. You're looking at Vegas odds, I bet.
I am.
Figured that.
Charlie Hoffman, Kevin Chappell, and Tiger Woods all have the worst odds to win.
Well, obviously, they're at the bottom of the field.
So, I
But
mean,
what are their odds? What's
33 to 1.
They're all the same?
All 3 are 33 to 1.
Okay.
And then you have Fleetwood and Molinari and Norn at 28 to 1. Then you have Kisner and Kuchar. So, JT is at 5.5 to 1, and Spieth and DJ are both at 6 to 1. So yeah, I mean, Vegas tells me Charlie Hoffman has just as good a chance to win, and he's $300 cheaper.
But it's Tiger Woods.
You keep saying that. It doesn't matter.
But it
Take
does.
the name out, and you wouldn't even roster the guy.
Based on his stats over his career, absolutely I would.
No way. The fact that he hadn't played in... You wouldn't take Jimmy Walker after setting out for 2 months because of Lyme disease.
But he still had Lyme disease.
I mean,
and he
this
never
guy
put up
has...
the stats.
This guy still doesn't have a back or a left knee.
Did he put up 24 birdies last year? And now he's supposedly
Jimmy Walker
better?
won the PGA Championship the year before, less than time away than Tiger Woods had 24 birdies.
But it's
So-
Tiger Woods.
You're just so blind to the fact that the name is Tiger Woods is my point.
I don't think
and there's a
that's-
million people just like you, and that's the reason in half of my lives I won't have Tiger.
I get what you're saying about the name. But look at the stats. Look at what he's capable
He
of.
doesn't have stats for a year now.
Not for a year. But if you look at what he's done over his career, I mean, just the astounding numbers.
You
there
can't
is
take his numbers from 2000.
No,
and-
but you can take his talent. That talent is
That's-
still there.
You don't know that talent's
Oh, it's
there.
gotta
That
be.
swing's completely different.
But
his
still.
body's completely different.
That's like saying-
And he's 15 years older.
But that's like saying a guy that's never, you take a world-class spelling bee champion, 40 years later, he doesn't remember how to spell.
That
Sure, he doesn't know how to spell
that's
as many
the
words.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's Tiger Woods. He's
again-
not going to go out and shoot a 25 under. That's not going to happen. We know that's not
So
going
he's
to
not
happen.
going to win.
Oh, he's
'cause it's
gonna,
gonna take-
I think he's going to win.
It's gonna,
I'm going to pick
you
him to win.
just said he can't shoot 25 under,
No,
and it's
because when
going
he
to take...
scores 24. That's my prediction.
You're an idiot.
No, so I don't think he's going to go out and honestly win the tournament. I don't think he can do that. But I think he's going to surprise a lot of people if what they're saying is true.
Okay.
And if that's what he's saying, and he's actually playing golf for the first time in how many years, pain-free, can swing how he wants to, doesn't have to swing as far, and apparently can hit the ball as far as Dustin Johnson, Tiger Woods over his career has amassed more birdies, more eagles, more pressure putts, more 10-foot and longer putts than all of these guys combined.
So
he can ride on that history and say, you know what? There is no pressure. I'm swinging.
listen,
it's great.
Take this. When's the last time he had a pressure putt? Do you think pressure on a Sunday coming down the stretch will affect him?
In this tournament, no.
In the Masters, yes.
Masters, yes. This tournament, no. If this was the Masters, totally different story.
Of course.
This is his tournament. I mean, he made $107,000 at this tournament last year, and it's his own tournament.
Uh-huh.
The only thing he has to worry about is what they're serving at dinner.
Yeah.
He has nothing to worry about.
Well,
If what they're saying is true.
And what we talk about most of the time on our podcast is trying to get value for your dollar amount. And
Right.
you're telling me, and I believe it, at this amount, his value and his upside is higher than Charlie Hoffman's
Yes.
and Kevin Chappell's
Yes.
and Kuchar.
Upside, yes.
I think Kuchar can win
Kuchar's
it, and I don't
floor
think that.
is higher than Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Kuchar's ceiling, I don't think, is as high as Tiger's in this tournament. But
Okay.
all of this is predicated on this. What they're saying in the news is true. If Tiger is not actually swinging pain-free, then no, none of what I'm saying is correct. If Tiger Woods isn't really hitting the ball as far as Dustin Johnson is what they
Or
said.
Ricky or Patrick.
Yes, or what Ricky said and said, Tiger looks amazing. Tiger's swinging like he's never missed a beat. You have to look at that and say, okay, you have to say, is it true or not? If it is true, you go this route. If it's not, you go this route. And they're they couldn't be more polar opposites.
And your flow chart of every single one is he doing this? Draft Tiger Woods. Is he doing this? Yes or no? Yes is draft Tiger Woods. No is draft Tiger Woods.
Everything reports down to draft Tiger Woods.
Exactly. And not in mine. So that's the interesting thing.
Just because he's $6,500. If he was $8,500, I sing a different tune. $6,500.
That's the only thing that's really got me changing my entire view on this is 6,500 because he literally doesn't have to do much to outdo his
He has to
value.
make the cut in a no-cut event.
Well,
That's all
so
he's got to do.
he's got to finish 4 rounds is basically it. And
That's it.
so, all right, let's kind of wrap this up then because we've been through most of the field and we've
Sure.
chatted about Tigers.
Yeah, we can come back to Tiger later if you want.
I mean, we've been doing this for 3 months, so we might as well keep it going.
Yeah.
But, where do you think you're going to go top-wise, lineup construction? I assume you'll have Tiger in 100% of your lineups. Here's a fun guess. What percentage is Tiger going to be owned? Is it going to be? Because I could see it 50%, I could see it 80%, and I could see it at 20%.
I don't know. I think that's the toughest question because
I think with his salary, there's no way it's going to be 20%. It's going to be at least 50%.
I think you have two types of people in this. You have people like me who think and hope he will do
Fanboys.
good. You can call it what you want, and you have the other people like you who are wrong. So
Realistic and right.
no, we'll debate that later. That's another podcast.
Next one. Stay tuned.
We should do a podcast during the entire tournament. We'll just take the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off, and just do a Facebook Live of when Tiger's winning.
I'm sure our guys would love that.
But I think we'd have to get an apartment. But I think you have two types of people. The type of people that A, don't want to see Tiger Woods do good for some reason, and B, have no...
And I'm not in that
belief
camp,
that-
just for
But
the
those
record.
people aren't
Yeah,
gonna
I will
draft.
never... I'm not in I hate Tiger Woods. I don't want to see him succeed. I want to see him succeed. I just don't think he can perform right now. And I'm on record as saying he'll never win a major again. I've got bets with buddies that he'll never win a major. And I'm skeptical if he'll ever win a tournament again. So, but you think he's coming back, he's going to win this tournament, and he's going to win the Masters. So, I mean...
we'll see. I don't know about that. I would love for that. I think that would be the greatest story in golf. Could be ever.
I mean, it could be, but we'll see. That's...
And I think a lot of it, no one has seen Tiger Woods play in the past year, except for a few people. And
he hasn't been playing.
But what are those people saying about it?
Well, recently, they say that he can hit it.
What has Davis Love said? What has Dustin Johnson said? What has Ricky Fowler said? What has Patrick Reed said? What has Brad Faxon said?
And the president.
Donald Trump. And if Donald Trump says it, damn it, it's true.
Something like that.
That's my little boy.
Yeah, I know.
That'd have been a great round to be in, wouldn't it?
All right, just keep it going.
Anyways,
we're going to lose viewers right here talking politics. This is a politic-free podcast.
So I think you're going to, as far as ownership goes, it's either going to be extremely high or extremely low. That's it with Tiger. I don't think you're going to see that 30, 40, 50%. I think you're going to see 10% or 70%.
Okay. So let's, realistically, who do you think wins this thing?
Fowler.
Okay. I like it. I was gonna go elsewhere, but I kind of like it.
I do. I think Fowler is gonna win. I think he's gonna have a great tournament.
I'm going with my boy JT.
I mean, yeah, it's hard to argue against any of the top 4 golfers right here.
I mean, really against most of the golfers in the field, but
except for Tiger, right? Tiger has no chance.
0.
Do you think he's the only person in the field, in your opinion, that has 0% chance?
No.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think Hoffman or Chappell have a chance either.
Okay, let's play a game of what if.
All right.
What if Tiger Woods wins?
Congratulations.
Okay. Where do you think he finishes?
15th.
15th of 18? Okay. So you don't think he's going to finish higher than anybody?
Not really. I mean, look at, you said it yourself. He had the most birdies in the field last year and finished 15th, and one person withdrew.
Yeah.
So,
but no one was talking about Tiger's swing, Tiger's ability at this point like they are now last year. That wasn't happening.
That's true.
He wasn't swinging.
I'll be shocked if he finishes in the top 10. I realistically think he's 12 to 15. Okay. I think he's a non-factor in the tournament, other than his name and
do you think
why the fact that we have this podcast. I mean, we wouldn't have this podcast today if it wasn't for Tiger Woods coming back.
Absolutely not.
I mean, the viewership's going to be as high as a major this weekend.
Yeah, there's no reason to even to consider playing a DraftKings lineup other than Tiger Woods because it's such a horrible field. Well, as far as DraftKings goes.
And the tournaments DraftKings has are so small, and there's no reason to play this tournament other than Tiger's in it. So yeah, I mean, I get that.
All right, so quickly, lineup construction. We got onto that and we kind of jumped off.
Yeah. Are you going?
I'm gonna do something stupid.
Well, first off, how many lineups are you gonna have? Because you can
5
do some.
I'll probably build 20 lineups.
Okay.
But I'm not entering them anything big. I mean, I would be surprised if they get entered. And I probably won't spend more than $50 this week.
Okay. So it's easy to build out of 1 of 20 a stupid lineup, right? And just if it hits in this field.
Sure.
So I know what you're going to say, but go ahead and say what you're going to say.
So I'm going to do something along the lines of taking 5-6 guys. That's going to leave me a salary remaining of anywhere between $3,000 and $6,000, because I'm hoping nobody else takes
that exact lineup.
But
and obviously only in a GPP.
Yeah, that's GPP only. Because if those guys do well, I'm going straight to the top quickly. Now, I have that luxury because I'm going to put multiple lineups in. If I were doing anywhere between 1 and 5, I don't know that I would do that. I might do it just for fun in a small GPP. But I think my main goal behind these lineups are going to stack 2 top guys, 2 of the $7,000 range guys, one $8,000, and then the rest, obviously I'm gonna have Tiger in a lot of them because I believe he's gonna make value. And then I liked your pick of the Fleetwood and Doran because they've been playing a lot, so they've got some miles under their belt this year. But I think any way you're gonna do this is gonna be chalky.
I think I'm gonna eat chalk all weekend because I don't think I'm going 7,000 at all. I think I'm going all top and middle. I mean, 9, 8,600, Justin Rose and up, and then Tiger Woods and lower, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably the bottom 3 guys that I'm going to take at all is going to be some Tiger, a lot of Tommy Fleetwood, probably 100% of Tommy Fleetwood, and then Alex Noren and, whatever percentage I need.
Yeah, I mean, it's I can't say that's a bad idea. So, have you told me who your winner is yet?
Yeah, JT.
JT, that's right.
So, all right, I think that's all.
Yeah.
Just to recap, we will be back for the Tournament of Champions in Kapalua in January, and then we'll be doing these weekly. This fall just hasn't worked out, and really hasn't been worth it.
Yeah, it hasn't been a whole lot.
So we wanted to come back and talk Tiger. As you can see, we're highly debating him off screen and on, and have for months. So we'll do that. We'll be back in January, starting with our full podcast and our Core 4 podcast. If you don't have a full hour or however long this is, and you want to do just our core guys, we started a new segment called Core 4, where each of us pick 4 guys and tell you why, and it's under 4 minutes long. So great for bathroom breaks, research, while your boss is on a phone call, so you can do it at your cubicle, type things, and the long one. So the people we got a lot of feedback. People like our long ones, and we talk about more of the field and things like that. So we'll be doing both of these, trying to capture both of those markets back in January. So until then, I think we're done.
Yeah, until Tiger comes back, unless he brings on a surprise tournament.
He ain't coming.
Nah.
So enjoy golf this weekend. Enjoy Tiger Woods. It may be the last time we see him until next year's Hero World Challenge.
Well, he's going to play the Masters.
Yeah, he didn't last year either.
I know.
All right. We are the Fantasy Golf Gods. I'm Rusty Miller. This is Matt Jacobs. Have a great day.
Take care.